high noon, so I needed to play Bowmaster on my turn so I could K command for 1. I just brain farted. I'm pretty sure we just want to Galvanic Discharge this. Another Tamiyo, and an Aether Spell Bomb. You draw a second Voice of Victory, which isn't exactly ideal. Could Mockingbird the Tamiyo, maybe. Don't know how much sense that makes. I think we just play this so we can sign Saga Chapter 2. Another Saga's pretty good here. They draw a card with the Aether Spell Bomb, so maybe they're just gonna flip the Tamiyo. Did you draw like a Bombardment? I think we play this turn, so we have the option to Mockingbird Ajani, then plus the Ajani. If we draw a land, we can maybe Voice first. Third Urza Saga. Plus the Tamiyo to 6, 4 cards in their hand. Yeah, the voice tokens do get to still attack through the Tamiyo, but they don't attack super well into the Saga. They main phase make a token because they didn't have Metalcraft. Then they play an Emery. They mill a Steel Cutter and a Galvanic Blast and a Flame of Anor. And then they main phase Galvanic Blast the Ajani. So they're probably just playing VV. Don't really think I can beat Tamiyo minus on the Flame of Anor. Let's go to game 2. No, he died in the challenge. I think I punted pretty bad. Yeah, bring in the High Noons, the Conquerors, and the Wear Tears. I guess the Thraben Charm. Also, I think we cut the Static Prisons. We cut the Voice of Victories. Maybe keep it 1. Trim a Phlage. They're gonna have Lanterns in. Maybe cut all the Phlage or two Phlages. We're bringing in extra 3-drops too, and those they're gonna be for sure on a bunch of Lanterns. Can trim a Mockingbird. I think I want to keep in 3 Consigns. Well, I guess they're worse when I cut the Phlages, but they have some okay targets. Too many Surveil Land Syndrome. Consign's worse with High Noon. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jolted Awake at 3-drop being much of a part of the plan. It's like you have to discard the 3-drop, and then you have to make an energy, and then you have to have Jolted Awake. It's just like so many steps for like such a little payoff. I do challenge that consigning a Saga Trigger is a good play. It's just card disadvantage. I agree. Did you want me to take a different line that game? Because I couldn't beat the Saga tokens, and they had 2 more Sagas. I agree. Sometimes you have to make plays that aren't good because they're your best play available. How did the Bahamut gift go? We 4-1'd. It went pretty well. I think someone suggested playing a Goblin Engineer as a way to traverse for a way to put a gift in the yard, which I thought was kind of interesting. Okay, let me make sure. Well, I thought I updated everything. I guess not. We're really choked on a white man. I think I just have to graveyard that, despite it being obviously good with double guide. I just want to cast 1 Geist of St. Traft, man. Yeah, I've just been burned by Goblin Engineer so many times. But like a 1-of just doesn't seem like... How could it be that bad? It's usually like when you're really built around it is when I have the beef, you know. So this on top is interesting because I want to go Guide, Mockingbird, Guide, but this allows me to go Ajani, Mockingbird, Ajani. I think we just keep it since we can go next turn Guide, Guide, Pride. Seems pretty good. Or sorry, a Guide, Ajani, Pride. See if they have second Whip Flare. Yeah, that was what the Tech Thomas she was playing. Don't know what you cut for it. So Aether Spellbomb, Bobble, Emery this turn. Oh right, sorry, I could only play 2 of these things. So this is 8 permanents. We do have Kitty's Blessing, so they're going to be kind of forced to Aether Spellbomb something if they don't have Galvanic Blast. They let the trigger go on the stack. Okay, they're not Aether Spellbombing. So I would be surprised if they had another Whip Flare in their hand and they chose not to Whip Flare last turn. But they might. If they do Whip Flare, then we can double jump these guides, and that puts them down to like 3 life maybe. Although maybe they can go Whip Flare and Aether Spellbomb. Maybe they can go Whip... Okay, they just conceded. So, game 3. Bring in Ghost Vacuum. No, not with the High Noons. Yeah, I think I'll play 1 more Phlage, 1 less Consign because of the High Noons. I just want to draw Geist of St. Traft, man. If we 5-0 this league and we don't draw Geist once, it'll be such a waste of time. I swear to never board them out. Yes! Let's go! Can we put a Buster Sword on Geist of St. Traft? Is maybe Parlor better than Thundering Falls? We have an Elegant Parlor in the deck. A lot of like, I don't know what's happening. I guess maybe people just don't know to look at the Mox field, but it's in the lists are always in the Mox field. There's the Elegant Parlor. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't go for a Ajani attack because if they flip the Ajani, they just have Needle in the yard. So I think we need to discharge this turn. What inspired me to build the deck? Well, all week we've been talking about Geist of St. Traft Consign, Geist of St. Traft Guide of Souls, Geist of St. Traft Ocelot Pride. If you consign the trigger, Geist of St. Traft Arena of Glory. Just all of these things sound pretty interesting to me, and I don't know, somebody's got to do it. Although I'm just going to Phlage the Emery here. Two cards over there. Let's conquer Clarion. If we draw Arena of Glory, we can haste Geist of Straight Traft and consign the trigger next turn. So they have Flame of Anor in their hand. Pretty good. Should have played Geist. Would have been a lot better, unironically. Two cards in their hand after this. They decide not to main phase sack the clue to try to hit their land. If you draw Arena of Glory, isn't Phlage next turn better? Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of not very good against the Tamiyo, but it is pretty good with Phlage being in play. No thoughts on Consign Tamiyo flip? I don't think I want to with the Geist in my hand. And I can just Phlage the Tamiyo down, but if they like Metallic Rebuke my Phlage, then I'll regret this, I suppose. Listen, I really want to consign my Geist of Strand Traft trigger. Like, imagine this turn, next turn, okay? I attack with my Phlage. I kill their nonsense. I also draw Arena of Glory, and I haste Geist of St. Traft, and I consign... Oh, I guess I can't also play the Pride because of the double red. Never mind. Okay, just imagine that we could Geist, Consign, and Pride, and we get to copy the the Angel token. Is Urza? Repeal. So we can go Phlage plus Consign the Phlage trigger. And also play a Pride. They don't have Rebuke up if they even play Rebuke. Unclear. They plus the Tamiyo again, so we don't need to attack. Come on, Geist of St. Traft, you're going to get in there, I promise. Maybe one day I'll be a repeal gamer. I really want to be. Okay, interesting. Let's go. It's on the stack, baby. Please resolve. Please resolve. Please resolve. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, no. Wait. What if they have Web Flare? No. What if they have Web Flare? Did you ever try Consign Crooks of Phlage? I mean, I think the mana sounds abysmal to play all those cards. Opponent's making fun of me, so they have Whip Flare for sure. Aether Spell Bomb? They do get Aether Spell Bomb. Might have been a Shadow Spear. They draw... Oh, they return the Phlage. Sorry, I totally look like they drew a card. Don't you Whip Flare me. Okay, so if they don't kill... I mean, I guess even if they do kill the guy, they're dead. After we play all the Boros cards, we can Geist of St. Traft. Geist of St. Traft is killing them right now. Let's go, baby. One for... Geist is KDR. One for one. If they kill the guy, we just kill them with the... We just kill them with the Phlage. Let's go, baby. Geist KDR 1. 1.0. Send a setup for a Phlage Consign on turn 4. Let's try to play to that. No, we misplayed kind of bad in the challenge, unfortunately. Alright, let's go Surveil this turn and play Guide and Pride next turn. Need to find blue mana, so let's Graveyard that. My opinion about the new build for Jeskai control with wizards at all. I don't really sit around and look at new builds of control very often. You can play it's also not new. Like we've been playing Wizard Jeskai since MH3 came out, and you still can play that build if you want, and it's still kind of just fine. Wisely target the guide. Still in this game. Them denying my life gain on the Phlage is kind of a pain, though. Tap land. Alright, so we Phlage the Pride this turn. Maybe we Static Prison the Bombardment next turn. See if they don't have much follow-up. They do have follow-up. Maybe we could draw something. That's something. Don't really want that. Guess what's funny is we could just escape the the Phlage next turn. So we go Static Prison, the Bombardment. I think the Bombardment. We could go after the guide, take 1, ping this, take 1. Our life total is higher. Okay, let's do that. Oh, sorry, I guess they might just let it go under the prison, too. Not sure which they'll do. This build has inspired me to simply main deck a copy of Geist in a build that was already splashing blue for Consign anyways. Think this helps me race the combo decks? Yeah, maybe. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Alright, so I'm down to 6, effectively at 4 here. They've got 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, I was pretty sure 1 was a land. So they're probably going to main phase Surveil looking for a Phlage. Yikes. Well, sad I didn't have Consign up. Dead to Ajani. Yikes. Alright, down a game. So I think I'm cutting a Lightning for a Mockingbird, and then I think I like the Thraben Charm. Cut a Voice. I'm leaving in all 4 Geist of St. Trafts. Alright. Wait, the sideboard is only 14? Looks like the extra lantern didn't get in there. It's a little awkward. 14 card sideboard. Let's fucking go. Yeah, Voice is just so awkward against Phlage. I wonder if is the Moxfield right? Does the Moxfield have 15? Let me check. Oh, let's go, dude. All right, should have been a second lantern. So hopefully, if we lose to Gorios, we lose to Gorios. Tear for Bombardment and Static Prison. Well, we've got Thraben Charm. We've got our own Static Prisons. You could play like 1. Opponent is in the tank here. I'm not a fan of the Energy Unearth card. I like that card in combination if you're playing Mishra's Bauble, if you're playing Corey Steelcutter, you're playing 2 drops and Mishra's Bauble to where you turn Mishra's Bauble into, or we turn Jolted Awake into Tune the Narrative on turn 1. I think that ends up being like a nice floor of the card. I don't like it to like if I make an energy and a 3-drop dies, then I can get a 1-mana 3-drop. It's just I just rather play like a Seasoned Pyromancer instead. Ooh, we might be able to set up for a hasty Geist. I would be on Faithless Looting. Yeah, but then it's like, okay, I'm going to cast Faithless Looting. I'm going to discard my Bornoculus. I'm going to cast a Galvanic Discharge or a Tuner, Guide of Souls, or Guide of Souls plus something. Then, now it's turn 3. I can unearth my Oculus. It's just like, why don't we just unearth the Oculus, you know? Or why don't we just cast Oculus? It's so many steps for like not that impressive a turn, and a lot of times it's just not a card that does anything. So they have their own bombardment. I just kind of have to have the sweet turn here. Oh, the sweet turn next turn, rather. Although maybe this is just so dumb, because like now if they Phlage my guy, this is so embarrassing. But it's not that embarrassing, I guess. Yeah, it's still good. Good enough. So you go sack 1 damage. And then they go sack 1 damage, make a token, 1 damage. I deal 1 damage to the new cat. They deal 1 damage to me. And then Arena of Glory, the Geist of St. Traft, kill the Ajani. Hit them for 2. No, I hit the Ajani for 2, hit them for 4. And I sack the Angel to kill the Ajani. This is assuming they don't have another 1-drop also. They're acting like they have something else. It shouldn't be Guide of Souls, though. Yeah, it's weird that they are thinking this long. I guess it's kind of a weird spot, right? Like with this whole like I bombardment, you bombardment. Like why are we thinking here? Why is this not targeted? Do I miss Toski Modern? I mean that era in general was not very good. No. They targeted me, and then they sack. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna target the Ajani. Like I don't know why they like. What does this accomplish? So like, they target. This just ends up with them being at 1 less life than I could be. Okay, so we go. I need to get red or blue mana off this, I guess. Getting a little flooded, so we need Geist of St. Traft to carry us completely. It is going to be pretty good here. I do have to attack the Ajani with the Angel instead of them this time. And I get to also kill the Pride, of course, by sacking the Angel. So they just chump block, because they know that's going to happen. And then they ping me for 1. I would love to draw a spell next turn. I'm not even going to be very picky. Not Geist. Maybe Geist. Maybe Geist would be okay. Just play it back up. Looks good. Looks good. Mr. Average with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Welcome back. They played nothing. I draw on a Ajani. How's that for a spell, huh? Do we attack first? Yeah, so my opponent definitely has all removal spells. So I don't think I'm supposed to try to flip the Ajani. Don't sack until I Ajani. Well, this goes away on end of combat step. Oh, they took an extra damage. Nice. It doesn't stay alive on my second main phase. They go down to 4 life. That's Geist range, baby. So if they go Wrath X equals 3, we just Phlage them. Nice. Unironically, Geist has been great both times we've cast it so far. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out Wear Tear. Maybe we could have Consign. Want 3 Prison still. So this is quite a deal with the devil we have here, right? Where is Geist of St. Traft is looking pretty playable, pretty good, but you have to play energy. But you have to play energy. Is that a deal you would take? Hasting it feels really good. Maybe you played Jeskai Control both a month ago. Did you watch? How was it there? I think it's weird to play it in like control. Using that logic, Joshua is playable in energy. Which logic? It was better. It's been better than Joshua would have been so far. I tell you what. But the same as here. Look good was good. Bad wasn't. Geist has not been bad yet. It's 2 for 2 for like being incredibly important for winning the game. We're 2 for 2. Guess we got to mulligan that. Keep this. Try to set up for Phlage Consign, I guess. Opponent's on a mull to 5. Yeah, we might have a bad Geist game, though. This is Mingu's Geist build. This is like the most pure deck I've ever seen. Pure of heart. No, we died in the challenge. I kind of made a blunder. So I think we get Sacred Foundry so we could play any 1-drop we draw and still get a blue Surveil land next turn. So they have a Bombardment. They got 2 cards left over there. Wow. What a draw. We are going to be playing this Showcase Challenge tomorrow, so maybe you'll be commenting cool tomorrow, Dirty, instead of lame. Unironically, best draw is Geist of St. Traft by like a really big margin. What's Consign for the matchup? You can hit Static Prisons, but it's mostly to scam your Geists and your Phlages. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to scam the Phlage because they could easily have a Thraben Charm here. Showcase Challenge is at 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. Would love for them to play something that dies to Phlage this turn. Okay, well, I've used my Wear Tear. I have 3 Static Prisons I can draw into, I guess. I milled one of my planes already. They have 1 card in their hand. That was their 1 card, so now they're top decking. Alright, drawing second Phlage. I do think I just played the first one. I think maybe if it might be right to have still held it as just like Sorcery Speed Helix. But I want to be able to, once I draw one of my 3 Static Prisons, just get rid of the Blood Moon and escape the Phlage. Y'all remember Gigantha? So now Hasty Phlage is lethal. They They've drawn a spell. That spell is Ajani. We don't have another wear tear. We have 3 static prisons. Okay. So we can't kill both of these now. With so many people boarding Pyroclasm's effects or Boros Energy, isn't a little scary to be playing 3 mana threat with 2 toughness? Or totally fine because of Arena of Glory. It's a little... I'll give you a little scary. I'll accept that. They've drawn another spell. It kind of looks like it's a 3-drop, which is not good. They remember they can attack first. Well, that's not good. So now if I draw Static Prison, I don't cast it. Oh my gosh, I drew Lantern. Wasn't even thinking about this, but it's easily the best draw. Well, I guess you... Incredible draws, incredible top decks, unbelievable. Lantern into Static Prison. Let's fucking go. The Geist was good. Geist has been good both matches. I know we're, teasing a little bit, but it has not been. I'm not joking when I say Geist has been good. It was a big part of winning both matches so far. And also, it's important to think about this too. There was that turn 3. Geist was for sure the best top deck. Has anybody played Joshua and actually been this card was... I'm glad I put this card in my deck. So I'm not sure if anybody's had that thought. Fruitcake, 34 months. Welcome back. What happened in the match? Beautiful things happened. We drew Lantern for their top deck Phlage, and then we drew a, and then we drew a Static Prison for the Blood Moon to haste our Phlage, and we had Galvanic Discharge to kill their thing too. We could maybe jump here, but I think I want to keep more energy in the pool. Also, maybe save a jump for the Geist of St. Traft. I like Joshua as a Fable replacement for the card generation slot. Yeah, so what's wrong with Seasoned Pyromancer? Yeah, the Tifa Landfall deck was really fun. It felt bad to run into all super duper heavy removal spell decks, but was definitely very fun. I might need to jump the Ocelot Pride here. I think they're too likely to have removal, actually. Like 4 months ago, I think if someone said Geist is good in energy, I don't think most people would try it. I think Josh was in that position. Yeah, I mean, you could be right. Here, but it's also tell me, to the people who like Joshua, and I don't know why we've talked about this so much today, but to the people who keep talking about Joshua, what is it that you like about this card? Is it the fact that you think that you're going to spend 5 mana and transform it and have it be good? You think that you think it's better than Seasoned Pyromancer? Seasoned Pyromancer draws you cards when you're hellbent and makes a lot of tokens for Bombardment and Ajani. I just don't see the argument for this card. So if I draw a land, we probably Phlage to clean the board. Although, wouldn't it be that bad to play Geist? Okay, now we'll play double Ocelot. It's the best top deck late game when both players low resources. So this is what I keep screaming. Seasoned Pyromancer is better because it draws you 2 cards when you top deck it. And this is what I keep screaming, that Seasoned Pyromancer is better. Maybe this is where the communication breakdown is happening. Or what I'm missing. But I would rather top deck Seasoned Pyromancer usually. Top decking Joshua doing nothing, then hoping you get to untap with it and then spend 5 mana. That it doesn't seem like that's going to happen very often. gonna kill the token too, I think. Makes their Mox Opal and Bobble a little weird. I disagree, but disagree. Yeah, I know it's clear we disagree. I would just love for these conversations, like, you know, if we could have like, if you disagree, that's fine. But I just always love when I can understand why you disagree. What things are the things I'm saying do you think are not accurate? You know, which is always fine to disagree, but I just want to know what I said you think isn't true, because maybe I'm wrong about something, obviously, but I just want to know what I'm wrong about. I don't agree it happens often, which is why I'm doing one Joshua spell. Okay, so you're saying that with Joshua you get to transform him often. I do agree that is or certainly would be a reason to play it, is if you get to transform it often. I think it's replacing Fable, not Spyro. Well, this is one thing too, is like you don't usually play like more than 4 of these effects. Maybe that's wrong. But are you playing how many 3-drops are you playing with Phlage and Spyro and Fable? Because I don't really think it's that many usually. Okay, winning game 1 and bringing in all these cards is crazy. Yeah, I think I like going down on at least one Phlage. Let's try this. Like 5-6 card generation engine. Okay. I mean, if you're playing that many, then sure. I mean, it might be better than Fable. I don't think Fable is very good, but I'll give you maybe better than Fable. Okay. Although, how do you feel about Sephiroth or Lightning too? Because those are also options. Phlage costs 4 and is played multiple times a game. I can see Joshua flipping. Well, there's just a big difference between Phlage, which has escape, and Joshua, which just, is dead. It can happen. It can happen. It also can happen that you spend 5 mana to activate Joshua, your opponent casts a removal spell on it, and the game is over. The game is over. They just totally time walk you. Like that I can see that happening too. With 12 Legends, would you ever consider the first Mox Amber? Of course, if I had a deck with 12 Legends, I would consider a Mox Amber. What deck are we talking about? Yeah, no Thunderbolt helps for sure. Yeah, I would rather play Geist of St. Traft, bucko. Alright, we're 3-0. Didn't draw Geist that match. Let's get a trophy prediction. Are y'all keeping this? I feel like Dingo would keep this and lose. And I think I could keep this and draw a land. So let me, I think, let me see this. Keep and Surveil. Surveil is interesting. The thing is, you're just okay missing that first land drop. So we're going to have a population size of 52 after we fetch. And then let's say that we're okay drawing a land in the first 2 draws. And then there's going to be 20 successes because we grab it to fetchable. We're 62%. And then if we just go guide into pride into guide because we missed our land drop again, we're 78. I think that's just a keep. Keep Surveil is definitely the play. No, the thing is, here's the problem with surveilling, is that if you miss the land drop in the first 2 turns, which you're still kind of likely to do, you're still kind of likely to miss like 40%. All of a sudden, that's a game you're losing. But if you just get Sacred Foundry and you cast Guide of Souls and you miss that second land, then you get to cast Ocelot Pride, and your turn 1 is good and your turn 2 is good. But if you just surveil and you miss the land, it's a huge disaster compared to get a Shockland, miss the land, and you're just still playing Magic. Solitude Ephemerate? Surveil is better against Solitude Ephemerate. The theory is something I agree with it. The odds of you having Pride Guide combos interrupted is less likely. Dude, they kept a one-lander also. But it's also like you're advancing the board, you're trading for resources, and you're not just doing nothing. Like, that also matters. Okay, on to game 2. No, we're playing. Mostly because they kept a one-lander. So we're in that 22% of range where we haven't drawn a land yet. They're going to take my Ajani. They snap take the Ajani. There's the land. Four cards in hand. They find a land at the same time. Love to have been able to haste this, of course. Okay, so now we have to sack the guide and sack the voice. What if they pop the relic into turn? I only have one energy. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to static prison the relic that easily. No voice before attacks, you could dodge Bowmasters. Well, I wanted to get it into damage if they had Ephemerate, so this did end up working out better. If they do have Bowmaster, the voice is better, so you can decide which you want to play around, I guess. So, I guess I have to Phlage. Yeah, them being on a Ketchermost build is definitely worse for me, I think. Need a Geist of St. Traft. Imagine I just had one more land. I could like draw a card off the static prison. I don't know, maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's still just better it's a static prison. Yeah, we could have hasted it. Maybe that was better. Probably was better. Dude, they pop the relic on their turn. They don't. Alright, let's go to game 2. I think I want to bring in the 4th Mockingbird over the Lightning. I think 3 Consigns is a good number against them. Could definitely see playing the 4th. You want to play a Clarion Conqueror? I feel like it's so it's like you just play it and they Fatal Push it for 1 mana, you get no value, and you've lost the game because of that. Yeah, Geist is probably going to be great against them if we draw it. Alright, keeping this. Do we do anything fancy with Guide versus Pride? I think we just play the Guide first. Opponents in the tank on their 7. They have Solitude Ephemerate again? Oh, it's March. Okay, that's worse. That is not as powerful. Probably not Phlaging super aggressively. We might be able to set up for Phlage Consign. Could maybe keep Mockingbird. It's probably would have been okay. A little bit worried about running into something like a pest control, but do I like the design of stack prison? No. No. They got the Ketchumos. Yeah, these Ketchumos builds are usually pretty good against energy. I think I graveyard that. So if I go... Yeah, I mean, I don't think I see another line besides just trying to aggro them out here. So they go down to 12, and then they go down to 6. Down to 5. They have to pop the relic in order to attack with the Phlage, which puts them down to 3, then up to 7. 9 cards in their hand. No Ephemerate is a start. They're at 1, they go up to 5. Hey, Evero, so glad you're here for the Geist to say Traft. It's been good. Would have been insane this game. Now we're pretty cooked. All right, I think that's a good stopping point for today. I'm going to be back for tomorrow's Showcase Challenge. I'm probably going to play a Mono Blue Urza, but I may YOLO something else. We'll see. I'll sleep on it.